Hello, bro. Hello, bro. Hello, bro. Hello. 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 Hello, bro. Hello. Hello.
Hello, yeah, I can hear you. I
Oh,
can hear you. Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you. Can you see my
Okay.
screen?
Yes, yes, I can see it.
Oh, okay. So, like I was explaining the other time, so I will really dream, maybe take my time on this cloud architect, uh, and then cloud administrator, because that's essentially my area of so I say my area of space, my area,
Special specialty.
yes, specialty, sorry. So, pretty much cloud architect, like normal architect, they design,
Mm,
they design solution. They come up with solution for a problem, like IT problem. Uh, Clients or whoever they are working for can approach them, say, okay, I'm having this issue with my app scalability, this issue with my app uh, performance, this issue with my app, and all of those that a business owner or app owner can face. These cloud architect people, they come up with solution. And of course, they have their own training as well. For instance, in AWS, we have AWS Cloud Solution Architect certification for that. Google
mm,
have their own, Azure have their own. So essentially, they design solutions for cloud problem, for IT problem that are cloud native. Of course. So we have cloud administrators. If of course, this is where I love most. Anyway, so from the traditional way of system administrators, trying to imagine Linux administrator or Windows or any kind of OS administrator. So actually,
mm,
what they do is that they manage and monitor the infrastructure. You can't just set up the infrastructure. You can't just set up stuff on cloud. Of course, you expect it to keep running. But what about a maintenance aspect of it? What about somebody that will keep watching over these resources, making sure that they work as it ought to? So, and of course, they
mm,
must have knowledge of cloud architecture that we examined the other time. We look at infrastructure as service, platform as service, and then again we look at software as service. The whole lot of things they need to know, and of course, networking. They need to know of operating systems, and whenever we want to start this training like in depth, like really well, this is where we'll start from the operating system, and we'll be looking at Linux to starting with. Then they work around security practices. Of course, they use automation tools, automation language. Of course, they as well, like I said the other time, they monitor the system. They receive alerts from the system and act on those alerts. Is it to debug the server? Is it to maybe make some security patches? Is it whatever? Or maybe the app is behaving somehow. The users of the app are giving us feedback. What are those things we need to do? In conjunction with developers, actually. Because of our time, let's quickly move to some questions and answer. Interesting. Because I expect that you are following along, right? So, and
Yeah, sure.
these are
Sure.
simple questions. So the first one, what are the advantages of using cloud computing? The first one, we have data backup and storage of data. And we have B, only accessible to few selected companies. C, we have increase in productivities. And D, cost effective and time saving. What do you think is the right option here?
That should be A, data backups and storage of data.
Sorry, the question is, so the underlying, how do I put it now, is are. So it's more than one answer, actually. What
Okay,
are?
what are the advantages? Okay.
Yes.
One, A, I'll pick A.
Mm-hmm.
B,
Is there?
then C. I'll pick A.
Uh-huh.
A.
Uh-huh.
I'll pick C.
Uh-huh.
Then D.
Of course. Perfect. That's brilliant. Then choose different model for deployment in cloud computing. You can select from these options: private, public, company, and hybrid. We've discussed that earlier on. So what do you think from all of these options?
The company cloud. Company, that's C.
Mm. Sorry,
That one we can.
I actually did not I don't like the way, it's not that I'm saying that question, that I don't actually like the way I put it. So my intention is to actually for you to pick out that C anyway. And the reason is all of the other options are perfectly correct.
Correct, I know.
Yes, private cloud, public cloud, hybrid, and then again we have another one that I did not put here. You can remember.
Public company.
That's
I can't remember.
community cloud.
Okay, community, yes, true.
Where I share with you that
Uh,
organizations come together to share resources.
sure, it's true.
And third question actually. In cloud computing, what are the different layers? You can remember the other time you were talking about the architecture, all of that.
Yes.
So what are the different layers?
We have the pass,
Okay.
C. We have the B, the IAX, B, C,
Okay.
then D.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You actually get B and C right, but out of D is out of option here. There's nothing like
Okay. I thought that
we
is
have
hybrid.
infrastructure as service, we have
Uh,
platform as service, then we have software as service. Those are the options.
okay, software is that X. Wow,
Yes.
hybrid.
So let me
And
have
okay.
the last question here. What is the difference between elasticity and scalability in cloud computing? What's the major difference? I remember I
Uh, the,
explained
the
that.
major, yeah. The major difference is just about the uptrend in the scalability, while the elasticity is what to maintain. If there's anything that, as in the elasticity is about, if you're not having that much traffic, why are you now wasting the remaining, the database that you're having? So you just have to bring it down to that level that people.
As long as you
So
serve the traffic, of course.
as I explained, yes.
That's the point. So elasticity, like the word elastic itself, it can you can increase, you can decrease. So you can
Yes.
you can, of course, enlarge it as well. So your resource is not at the mercy of your billing actually is not
Mm.
is not tied to, how do I put it now? You don't pay for resources that are idle.
Okay.
Or how do I put it? Yes, you don't pay for what you don't use. Like I mentioned the other time, when
Yeah.
looking at the characteristics of cloud computing, that there's this month we explain pay per use. So why
Yeah.
you pay for what you don't use? Of course, you
Mm.
use the capacity of such resources, be it your
Mm.
database, be it your computing services, whatever.
Okay.
So you can adjust it down or up.
Okay.
Yes, let's conclude here for today, because this is just like an introduction, like I mentioned the other time.
Okay.
So the real work will start after this introduction.
Okay.
And like I mentioned the other time,
Mm.
we love that we do this like a kind of accountability partner for ourselves. Uh,
Okay.
I have few of my friends. I want to learn this. I want to know this and all of that. But along the line, I discovered that it's just like a waste of time. They of
Mm.
time they are no more interested. Myself, I put some effort into this thing, and of course, it's not a waste of time for me. I'm learning, you know.
Okay.
So I would love that you do all of this. This is the assignments. I want to believe that you have a system, right? You have a laptop,
I have a system here.
and the backup is good, right? Or you have uh,
Ah,
stable source of,
my system is that old type in it was a backup, old type and
but
but it's
not
still manageable.
no wala.
Now it's still manageable.
Then
Uh,
is
okay.
it virtualization enable? Can you install hypervisor on it, like VirtualBox?
That's what I want to ask. I don't know. I told you it's an old laptop, old system, HP laptop. I don't know.
Which
Is it this
year?
tools and
Which
is it
year?
this tool and technology you're talking about? This install IT, preferable VS
No, no,
Code,
no, we get
Python
there.
and
Okay, let's follow the guide here then. Let's follow the guide. So after this brief discussion we having now,
uh,
I would love that you go and create accounts with AWS. And this is the link actually. I will share the link with you. And then again, go and open an account on GitHub. I prefer that you use GitHub. We have so many remote repository there. We have GitLab, uh, but I prefer that you use GitHub. For now, you can work around these two accounts. There will be many of these accounts we will be using going forward. Hello? Hello? Hello?
hello, yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh,
Hello.
okay. So like I think it's network. Hello? Hello? You are breaking. Hello? Hello? If you can hear me, can you drop a message on either WhatsApp or even here will be better. Hello? 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 Hello?